Just waiting for some people to come in here. Hi, everybody. Just waiting for people to come into this chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting on some more people to come in. See who wants to chit chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, ooh, I'm just waiting on some more people to come in, chit chat, because I feel that this is a really good topic for us to talk about, especially me as a tarot reader, because I hear these stories every day. Hey, Diane. I hear these stories every single day from my clients when I be doing their personal readings. I hear it every day. And I started to notice this last year, when those TikToks were going around and everything, black men degrading black females, and I was like, whatever. But at this point now, I'm hearing more of it. The first time I heard of the passport bros was last year, where one of my subscribers, he was talking about being a passport bro. He was talking about he was going to go to the Dominican Republic and pick up, get a female out there that will submit to him, that was submissive. He was saying that on one of my lives. And I had another tarot reader, which was talking tarot, and she set him straight. She set him straight because he wanted a woman that was going to submit to him, a woman that has never been here in the States at all, because he didn't want no type of woman that was Americanized at all. None whatsoever. He didn't want nothing to deal with her, and he just wanted to get himself a woman. And I'm like, okay, you do realize that you on the live with a whole bunch of females. There's nothing but a bunch of females in here. And he was saying that he didn't want anything, he didn't want nothing to do with modern women at all. I'm like, well then take your happy ass to Dominican Republic. Good luck to you, because if anything, the Dominican woman, I'm Dominican. I may not be straight off the island, but trust and believe, I'm full-blooded Dominican. And trust and believe, they're going to run game on him. They're going to have a hidden agenda. Yes, they're going to be they're going to be submissive to him, but what they're trying to do is get that green card. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that all the paperwork is all signed, get that green card so they could get the hell out of Dominican Republic, because they're tired of living that way, because you can't go to Dominican Republic without getting robbed. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a different story. You will get robbed in Dominican Republic. You cannot go out there with no jewelry, looking all made up, all dolled up. No, you have to blend in, because they will rob you. Trust me, they would. And she just wants to get out of there, but once she's here in the States, I guarantee you that woman will be kicking him to the curb. She will kick his ass to the curb, and she will hook up with her own kind. Because speaking from experience, not experience, I've lived it. My grandmother and my mother, they don't want us with black men from the very beginning. We was told this from black men. My grandmother, I'm gonna tell you right now. My grandmother, she is white. She's not white, but she's Dominican, but she's, white with the good hair. She got that Becky with the good hair. She got all that. So everybody's white. My grandmother didn't even want my mother to hook up with my father, even though my father is Dominican. She did not approve of it. And the reason why she did not approve of it is because my father is dark skinned. He's Dominican, but yet he's dark skinned. So my grandmother wasn't having any black men in her family at all. But of course, my mother did what she wanted to do, so she went right ahead and hooked up with him. And then she got me. But that's what I'm telling you. Dominican parents, they don't want their kids with black men at all. So going to Dominican, so these guys that are talking about passport bros going out to Dominican Republic trying to pick up a Dominican, I could tell you right now, it's not going to work out for you. Dominican females, they got game. Okay, you think Dominican females are dumb? Oh no, we are not dumb. We got game. And guess what? They're gonna have a hidden agenda, and the moment that they step foot in the states, they're gonna kick your ass to the curb. Trust and believe. My father even did the same thing, because my father is, how old is that dude? 60 something years old. He went off because he wanted a woman like that. Now, granted, my father has lived in New York for years. I mean, I'm talking about, 70s, 60s, because he lived out there for years. So, and he's always dealt with Dominican females. He's never dated outside his race. Always been with Dominican females, but he also wanted a female to submit to him. So what did he do? My father is 60 something years old. He went to Dominican Republic. He married a woman that is the same, no, I think she's 3 years younger than me. And she has 3 kids. Yeah. And guess what? She don't do shit for his ass. Because she's waiting for those paperwork for it to come through. She has 3 kids. She's 3 years younger than me. My father, he's in Dominican Republic, living in a house because he has a house out there. And he comes into the States every 6 months, something like that, to go to his doctor's appointments. And he has a woman out there that's 3 years younger than me. She's full-blooded Dominican. She has 3 kids, and she don't do shit for him because she's waiting on those papers. She's waiting on those papers. She does not take care of him. She does not cook. This man, this poor fool, gets up in the morning and he goes into the kitchen, has to cook his own meals because she ain't doing shit. What are you offering me? You need to offer me something until those paperworks are coming in. Guess what? I ain't doing shit for you. A hidden agenda. She wants her green card and she knows she could get it from my father because my father is basically, a citizen by this time because he got his citizenship. He's been living in the States for over, 50 years, 60 years. But, you know, but he's Dominican himself. He just wanted a woman that would submit to him. And my mother would never submit to him at all. My mother will not submit to no man. She does not care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Philippine. She does not submit to nobody at all. My mother has a very strong character. All the women in my family, we all have strong characters, and none of them ever submit to no man. And that's one thing my mother always taught me and my sisters: do not submit to no man. Okay? If you're going to get with a man, that man has to be able to provide for you. Okay? He has to be a provider. He's the head of the household. He needs to be able to provide. He needs to have resource, and you need to have expectations, and you need to have your boundaries. You don't put up with no man's shit at all. You do not put up with it. If the man can't offer you anything, then you don't need to be with him. This is what my mother taught us as growing up as females. But that's Dominican. I mean, I'm just saying, that's Dominican. But I've been listening to these gender wars going on, and it's gotten to the point to where it's just like out of control. It's out of control. This is a chit chat, so I want your intake on this as well. I saw this one video Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday. It was another YouTuber. What was her name? Cynthia G. Have you guys ever heard of her? Cynthia G? You guys, you guys can chime in at any time now and talk. Hey DP, Cynthia G, she's really good, and she was showing a video of another YouTuber that was having a debate, You had, at first it started off, there was one white guy and one black guy. And the black guy, he didn't have any type of any type of data to back up his claims at all. And the white guy, he basically he was, the black guy was trying to convince the white guy that females are, particularly black females, that black females, that that they go out and that is their fault that they get pregnant off of men like that. Men don't want to pay child support, and the reason why they don't like to pay child support is because the court system is biased and they're always going in favor of the woman. and and then the guy was telling him, but how is the court system biased? The court system is not biased at all. And they're like, well, the only way a court system could be biased is if you don't show up to court, then you automatically lose. And then he was talking about that, that he was put on child support, and he never knew that he was put on child support because his baby mama never knew it, never told him. He never received anything. He was never served at all. And then one day he wakes up, looks at his paycheck, and his paycheck was being garnished. Okay, that's a straight up lie. Okay, when you go for child, when you put when you get put on child support, whether it's a man or woman, because some females do pay child support. I know that for a fact because my best friend, when she let her kids go live with their father because they needed a father role model in their life, she was paying him child support, and she didn't have a problem doing it. So that's a lie. That's a lie right there, because when I filed for child support, guess what? My daughter's father, he got served, because they have to serve you. You have to get served. They have to serve you, because that's a civic matter right there. That's a lawsuit, so you have to get served. So him saying that he never knew that he was getting placed on child support, he just woke up one day talking about his paycheck was garnished. No, your paycheck, notification was you got served. You just ignored it. That's all it was. He ignored it, because you have to be served. Here in the state of Florida, when you when you file for child support, you have to go down to the office. They make you and your child take a DNA test, and then they serve the father or the sperm donor. He gets served. He has to go down there, take a DNA test as well, because they have to prove that that's the father, that they're serving the correct person. And once it's proven that that is the correct person, guess what? That's when the child support proceeding starts. At that point, so he lied, talking about that he was never served, that he never received anything certified mail at all. No, you received it. You just ignored it. Okay, and then he was talking about custody, that the babies are always awarded to the mother. And the guy was like, well, you could always file for joint custody if you wanted to. And he's like, well, if you go to the court system, being that they so biased, they always rule in favor of the mother, and you always end up losing. And I'm like, no, the only time you will lose is if right, they have to be served. And I'm like, no, because I'm in the background screaming and shit. I'm listening to this video and my blood pressure is getting high. And I'm like, no, the only time that you will actually lose a case like that is if you don't file for custody. That's the only time. Because if you file for custody, guess what? The judge will grant you partial custody. If you want to have partial custody, if you want to have visitation rights, the judge will do it. The judge will do it. The only time the judge is not gonna rule in your favor if you are being, if it's determined that you are an unfit parent, you could be alcoholic, a drug addict, stuff like that. That's the only time when the judge will rule against you. But if you contest and you say that you want to have custody of the child too, you want to have partial custody, and you want visitation rights and all that stuff, trust and believe, you will win. But the thing about it is that they don't file for custody, because he even said himself that 60% of men don't file for custody because what was it? Because they already know that they're gonna lose the case and the judge is gonna rule in favor of the woman. No, no. And then he was saying that, that they're active daddies. That they're active daddies that wants to be in the kid's life and everything. But they don't go down to the courthouse and file for partial custody because they already know that the judge is going to rule in the woman's favor and not theirs. Okay, so you're an active daddy? That's what you're claiming? You're an active daddy, but you're not going down there to file for custody because you think that the judge is gonna rule in favor of the woman. So then what did he say? He was talking about he was also talking about that kids, like, when you have active daddies and everything, that, mothers are bad, they don't take care of their kids take care of the kids. That's the reason why a child ends up a ward of the state. And I'm thinking in my head, how the hell does a child end up a ward of a state if you're an active daddy? Can one of you guys explain that to me? Because as far as I'm concerned, the only time a child ends up a ward of the state is if both parents are absent. And that child becomes now, custody of the state. So if I'm wrong, can one of you guys please correct me, because as far as I'm concerned, the only time a child becomes ward of the state is when both parents are not in the picture. But if you're an active daddy, then how the hell is that child is becoming a ward of the state if you're an active daddy? Explain that part to me. And then he was talking about, yes, and then all these females, receiving Section 8, food stamps, welfare, and all this stuff. They got the government doing this for that. Okay, well, why is the government doing that? You're an active daddy. Why is the government feeding your child and providing for your child? Right? You're an active daddy, but yet you got the government feeding your child, providing shelter for your child, providing health insurance, but yet you're an active daddy. Explain that one to me. And then your child will end up a ward of the state, and you're an active daddy? You need to explain that shit to me. I don't know. I want your opinion on this, because I'm telling you, when I was listening to this video yesterday, my blood started boiling because there was so many lies. And then that guy, the black guy, he tried really hard to try and convince the white guy, of his story, but yet he had no data, nothing at all to back up his claim. So being that he wasn't able to convince him, he brought one of his bros in. He brought him in, kind of like a backup, to support him. But yet he wasn't able to convince the white guy neither. So he brought on another dude. So you got 3 black guys trying to convince one white man that what they're saying is true. And they wasn't able to do it. They wasn't able to convince that guy at all. They wasn't able to convince it. I don't know. Can some of you guys give me feedback? Tell me, what you guys think. Am I, I don't know. We're chit-chatting here. We're talking. And I want to know, your feedback, what you guys think on this. I guess we only got one person left in here. Anything? Oh, can I get, get your feedback, what you guys think? Because they're out there talking bad about black females. Talking about black females are this, that they're masculine, that they're not feminine enough, that black females don't submit, they're not submissive at all. But in order for a woman to submit to a man, you need to offer her something. What are you providing? What are you bringing to the table? It's like, what type of resources are you offering this woman? Because if you're not offering her anything, then why the hell would she submit to your ass? Okay, why? you're not providing for her, you're not taking care of the kids, you running away, you abandoning your kids, your family, you're abandoning all this shit, but yet you want her to submit to you, but yet you're not offering her anything and you're not bringing anything to a table, you're not even being a leader. What's up with that? You know, you guys help me out. And this doesn't, and you know, I want your insight because right now you guys are being very quiet, and I feel like I'm talking to myself here. And it feels like I'm the only one that feels this way. And the reason why I'm bringing it out because as a tarot reader, again, I hear this every day when I do personal readings. And it's not very often that I get to tell a person, yes, this man loves you and he wants to be with you. He knows exactly what he wants and he wants to be with you. It's not very often that I get to tell a woman that. I tend to tell a woman more, okay, he doesn't know what he wants. I'm wrong, wrong, absolutely wrong. Okay, so okay, you Diane, you confused me. You said absolutely wrong, and then you said wrong correction. Okay, well then correct me. Correct me then. You still there, Diane? You said I was wrong, so correct me. What did I say that was incorrect? So, and like I was saying, as a tarot reader, is very rare that I get to say that. Majority of the time, I tend to see, I have readings where I spelled wrong. No, I agree, he's wrong. Oh, okay, 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 good. Because like I was saying, I get most of the time I'm telling the female, okay, he doesn't know what he wants. He's not ready for commitment. Uh, Basically, ain't no telling when he's gonna be ready. This is basically a waiting game on him. It's basically a waiting game. He doesn't want to take on responsibilities. That's, I mean, more. I have 80% of my 80% of my readings are more like that, and the other 15 or 20% are where I'm actually telling them, yeah, this is a good connection. You guys will be good together. He does love you. He will provide for you and everything. But it's not often that I get to tell a female that. But these men right now, how they bashing black females is terrible because, now that black females don't want them anymore, they want to go somewhere else. Yeah, DP said, I used to be married, divorced for years now, but not single. The way we did it is he paid his child support off papers. I agreed and he didn't miss or else. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Pay off your child support first. Yeah. So, and they're like, what was I about to say? They bashing black women, talking about that they're not masculine, that they're too masculine, and they're not feminine enough, and then they're talking about the wearing the fake hair and all the makeup and the nails. So what? Who cares? And they now want to go to the ones that they prefer and shit. But guess what? The ones of their preference don't want them. Because if you guys go on TikTok, you seeing the ones that are their preference, they don't want them. And at one point, I remember last year, at one point on TikTok, they was talking about, yeah, they want us because we got real hair, we got some good hair, we pretty, and we better by y'all black females don't know about this and all this stuff. We better than them because we got our real hair and everything, and they love us and all that stuff. Okay, okay, go ahead, go ahead, take them. And then now they don't want them anymore. Now they don't want them anymore because they're realizing the same black men. Yeah, I retired years ago. The same type of black men that black females was dealing with, they're getting the same ones. So it's not the black female, because if he's acting the same way with the woman of his preference, then that says a lot about him. Because your complaint with a black female was that she's too dominating, too masculine, she's not feminine enough, you got the attitude problem, doesn't want to submit, is not submissive, and all that stuff. That's why you can't have a good relationship with your black females. They're not good mothers. And okay, so now they move on to the woman of their preference. And the same shit happens. And now they don't want to deal with them at all. They don't want to deal with them at all. So now you got these passport bros that are coming in talking about going to Dominican Republic and the Philippines. But now you got the Philippines talking about, we don't want you here. Okay? And then you got the black females talking about, no, you got to keep them. Because you guys were all over TikTok talking about that you were better, that you cook and clean, and you got that good hair, and you know how to treat the man like a king, and all that stuff. And now that he's showing you his true colors, that he's not any different than what he was when he was here in the States, now you want to give him back? No. You get to keep him. You have to keep him. There's no refunds, no exchange. This is on clearance, final sales. You cannot come back. You got to keep them. So now they trying to give them back. Like, nope. Mm-mm. And they talking about that black females are mad because they getting their passport and leaving. There was females talking about, you want me to call the travel agent for you? Because I'll book your flight right now. I'm not mad. You could go right ahead and leave. I am not mad at all. I will book you a trip right now so you could go right ahead. Take your happy ass to the Philippines, Thailand, Dominican Republic. I mean, it's not going to work out in Dominican Republic. I could tell you that much. But, because the ones that they prefer, the ones that they was preferred, it was always the white woman. They always wanted the white woman. But now the white woman don't even want them. And come on, you guys chime in. I feel like I'm talking to myself. They get to do what they want because some us women settle for. I'm trying to give me time. This all I have right now. Okay, I come back when you get it together and ready. That is true. That is true. And and also at the same time, females, they're not setting boundaries on it. They're taught like they need to worship them. You don't need to worship no man. Hell no. The only man you need to worship is God. You don't need to worship no man. Don't you know that man was born? That man was born and will disappoint you and leave you stranded. The only one that's not going to disappoint you and will not leave you stranded is God, or whoever you guys believe in. That's the only one. That will never leave you stranded and will always love you no matter what, and always comes through for you. You should not worship no man, period, at all. Whether he's black, white, Hispanic, Philippines, whatever. I do not care. The only one you should worship is God. And God is a jealous man, because he said it himself. He's jealous. But yeah, because I stopped dating black men because I used to date them. I used to date black men, but it was the same story over and over with them, one after the other. You know, lying, cheating, same old, same old, same old. But I gave up on them more. You quit giving more than you should to men that is not deserving. Exactly. You open up to them, you give them your heart, you know, you try, you know, you give more than what you receive in return, and you're not receiving anything in return. And then DP says, y'all be surprised how many are scared to live alone or be alone. If a man is doing nothing, you still feel alone. Self-value. That is true. That is true. I had perfect example. I don't know if you guys remember, but one of my good friends that passed away last year, Lori, she used to come on my live. She was a Virgo as well. She was dating. She was a white girl, but she was dating a black man for like 9 years, about 9 years. And guess what? She was constantly crying because he was constantly lying. He was actually, he wasn't cheating on her. She was the side piece. That's what she was. She was the side piece. He never introduced her to his family at all. Anytime they went out, he would always take her out to a hotel, never to his house at all. And if they went out of town, they would never take pictures together at all, because he never wanted to appear in any of those pictures, especially if she was to post it on Facebook at all. And she used to be crying at work, and I remember I used to be there, and she used to show me the way he used to talk to her, the emails, the way he used to call her names and everything, talking about, I'm only with you because you're white, blah blah blah. And then and she used to be crying, and she told me the same thing. She had said, you know what, she told me, you know what's the worst thing about this is being in a relationship and still feeling alone. That's were her exact words. And may she rest in peace, and may she have happiness now. But those were her exact words. She had told me that at work while she was crying. Ain't nothing worse than being in a relationship but still feeling alone. Because the man that she was with for like almost 9 years, technically he said that she was the only one, but it was a lie, because he never introduced her to his family. He never brought her around any of that. He never included her in her life, in his life at all. All he did was lie to her and all that stuff, lie, cheat, and everything. Well, he didn't lie and cheat. I believe he was married, and he did have kids, but I believe the man was married and still living with his wife and had her on the side. So that sucks. And that's a man dating a woman of his preference. And look how he treated my friend. He treated her like that. And he used to talk, when they used to get into arguments, he used to talk really bad about her. He used to disrespect her, because he used to send her emails, and he used to send her emails to work, and I used to read those emails. He had no type of respect for her, none whatsoever. And this girl used to cry. Her eyes used to be all red because she was crying. And this is how they treated a woman of their preference. They didn't treat them any better. What you said, Diane, be careful, because it's not just the black men, it's what we accept. We have a choice, have to be honest, true, and to ourselves. That is true. It's not just black men. And and Diane, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was about to mention it's Hispanic men too. It's not just black men. They're Hispanic as well. They're Hispanic too. So they're not any different at all. At all. My daughter's half Puerto Rican. Do you see her daddy in any of my videos? Do you see her daddy showing up anywhere on any of my videos or my lives? Do you? You don't, right? You don't see him showing up in any of them. Why? Because guess what he did? He did the same thing. All men may be capable of selfish behavior. Oh, he was selfish, all right. Diane, his ass was straight up selfish, for no doubt. He was just selfish all the way. He didn't want to be a father. When I first got pregnant, you know what he told me? What this fool told me? This fool told me that wasn't his child. Oh, it's not your child. He goes, no, that's not my child. That's not my child. So guess what? Throughout my whole entire pregnancy, while I was pregnant for 8 months, because she was a preemie, he wasn't there. He was not there for me at all throughout the whole entire pregnancy. So he abandoned me while I was pregnant. He abandoned me while I was pregnant, and that's where I ended up hating him. So as far as me being pregnant, physically, I was in good condition. I had the perfect stomach, everything. I didn't gain weight, my ankles didn't get swollen. I was perfect. But emotionally, I was not, because I got abandoned throughout my pregnancy, and he didn't want to do anything. Now, I went and I had told his mother and his sisters, and they knew that I wasn't lying. But then his mother had told me, this is really bad. This is really bad when you hear this from the horse's mouth. When his mother told me, his mother and his sister told me, how far along was I? I think I was about 4 months, about 4 months. I was about 4 months. When his mother and his sister told me, you need to prepare yourself to raise your child by yourself because he is not going to help you. I'm like, what? They're like, he's not going to help you. He does not take care of any of his kids that he has. He's like, we're here for you to support you whenever you need help, but do not rely on him to help you at all because he's not going to, because this is what he does. He runs from his responsibility. He's a very irresponsible man. He does not like responsibility. He feels that he feels that he has to be, that the woman's the one that needs to take care of him. He doesn't take care of a woman. He feels that the woman should be the one taking care of him. I'm like, now that's really bad when you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. I had his own mother tell me this when I was 4 months pregnant. They told me, prepare yourself for having to raise your baby by yourself. And sure enough, that's exactly what's going on. I had that as well. And guess what? The kids are grown now and having their own children. Here he goes, asking my kids about me, wanting to talk about my No, he doesn't need to know anything, Diane. He does not need to know anything. He does not need to know anything at all. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up all these years from the time my daughter was in my womb, I've been taking care of her. I've been providing for her at all. I've been providing for her since the time she was in my womb. And this is a Puerto Rican man, okay? So it's just not black men, because Hispanic men do it too. You can't leave them out. You can't leave them out of that. You cannot leave them out because they do it too. And the moment that she was born, and he was still denying it. He was still denying it, even though this girl came out when she was born. Even though this girl came out white as a ghost, as you can see, I'm not white as a ghost, but he is. He's light skinned with light eyes and all that stuff. And when she came out looking like that, white as a ghost, and she had face features that was his, everybody in his family, knew that was his child. But what was he doing? He kept denying her because he didn't want to take responsibilities. That's why he kept denying her. But yet, his own mother and sisters and his nephews and his cousins, they all knew that was his child. But he did not want to acknowledge her because he did not want to take responsibility at all. Okay, even though this is your child, because there's no way you can deny it, because I'm gonna put your ass on child support. And I went and I put his ass on child support. And when they took the DNA and everything, and he got served and all that stuff, and when he got the papers back showing, because they send you back the papers and they show you, the percentage, and it came out that he was 98, something like that, because the number is high. Yeah. And he had said that, and then when he looked at the papers and it shows that you are the biological father, he told his mother, he goes, Mom, Julisa's my daughter? And she's like, no. Really? I would have never guessed it at all. And she just looks at him like, She looks at him with this, with a disgusting look, because the whole entire family knew, but yet he was the only one that didn't want to, acknowledge the fact, because he didn't want to take responsibility. So then he goes to his mother, as if his mother's supposed to have been surprised that that's actually his daughter, when his mother already knew that that was his daughter just by looking at her. So you cannot leave Hispanic men behind. They're right there. They're right there. And yeah, he paid me child support for a hot minute, and then guess what? He stopped paying child support. And I haven't received child support from him for years and years. Am I gonna go down there and waste my time and have him, look for him to make him pay child support? No. You wanna know why? Because that's nothing but a waste of time. You wanna know how much I was receiving child support? $100 a month. What the hell am I gonna do with $100 a month? That's basically $25 a week. What the hell am I gonna do with that? You guys are still there? Are you guys leaving me too? Okay. And but I don't like what they're saying about black females, about females. I do not like it at all. I do not like it. And I want to apologize to every female that's out there that had to endure this. It wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. These are just dumb, black, dusty, dusty men that don't know what they want out of life. Hey, Yaya. They just don't know what they want out of life. They're not leaders. They're not providers. They don't have the intelligence to do anything to become better at all. And all they do is complain about their responsibilities. They're having their little tantrums. So I want to apologize to every female that has gone through this, that had to endure any of this, and gone through the emotions. Diane, you already said that you're going through it right now. You giving some time for yourself to heal, and I hope you do heal. And meditation, do things that you like. It does also help you heal. Have that self-love. Put yourself first. Do not worship any man, because no man deserves to be worshipped. The only man you need to be worshiping is God, or whoever you believe in. Not no man. I don't care what type of man he is. Black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, Philippines, Thailand. I do not care. Not today, fall and see until standing, moving higher. That's right. You keep it moving. You keep it moving. Don't fall for all these men that be gaslighting you guys, because they gaslighting you. I have not dealt, and that's why tell you the truth, I don't have to deal with none of this drama. Like I told you guys in the last reading, I don't deal with this drama at all. I don't. With the men and all that stuff, because they like to gaslight you. And sometimes it's better to be single, because you don't have to deal with the drama at all. Yes, sometimes I would like to be in a relationship, but then when I be hearing your stories, when I be doing your readings, I be changing my mind quick. I'm like, nah, I'm good. The only drama I deal with has to do with my daughter, and that's it. I don't deal with any other drama at all. But what's your feedback? I need you guys to talk to me as well, because we supposed to be chit chatting. This is a two how do you call it, 2-lane street, two-way street. We're chit chatting. Don't worry about it. I'll post videos later on. I just felt like talking to you guys right about now. But let's talk. This is a two-way street. I want to hear your feedbacks. What you said, Diane? Mean what they say. They either accept it and do it right or keep it moving. Give it to those women who that settle. That's right. DP said, I used to say I am not having no kids unless I'm married. Yeah, me too. I said the same thing, girl. Unless I'm married. I kept that promise to self, got married, and had my son. Then it went flop. I guess God heard me and said, okay, because that's all it was for my son. So it was basically it's meant for you to have your son, and that's it. I feel the same way sometimes about being single, less stress. It is true, yeah. It's true. You and DP, you said that you didn't want a son, you didn't want to have a child until you was married, so God gave you the son. What you actually wanted. You really didn't want a marriage. You really wanted more a child, but you wanted your child while you was married. He gave you what you wanted. Right? He kept his promise. You asked him for a child and he kept it. He gave you your child. You say you want to be married, right? Yeah. And yeah, it's true. When you're single, you're not having to deal with these guys gaslighting you, lying, cheating, all this stuff, and you over there wondering where the hell they're at because they telling you they're at one place when they're really not. Or you could be with them and then later on find out that this person was already in a relationship with somebody else for 5 years and got that woman pregnant and been with you for what, 3 years. You guys are so called to, if I'm saying this is because I already spoke to somebody that was already that was in this situation. If I'm saying this because I've spoke. So was with you for 3 years and was with somebody else that was basically the main chick, and she was pregnant. And she was pregnant and was with the other one for 3 years, but with the other one, the one that was the side piece, she thought she was the only one because they started off as friends. When they first met, they were friends, and they've been friends for years. And then now they finally decided to take it to the next level. So they took it to the next level, but when he decided to take it to the next level with her, he was already dating somebody else. He was in a relationship with somebody else. He just never told her. So they're together for 3 years, and he never takes her on. They never go out of town. He never takes her to his family's house. He doesn't do, all this stuff at all with her. But he was doing it with the other woman, taking the other woman out of town. He was taking the other woman to his family because they knew about the other woman. They didn't know about her. They didn't know that they was in a relationship. So for 5 years, he was with the other one. She was pregnant. And for 3 years, he was with the other one. And she just found out in November. This past November is when she found out about it. You see, sometimes it's better to be single because you don't have to deal with that type of drama at all. You don't have to deal with that drama at all. Sometimes it's better. And if you're gonna hook up with somebody, make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you have boundaries. A lot of men lack maturity. They sure do. They sure do, Yaya. So, cozy black girl, intimidated. What? Oh, okay. So what you call it? So when you guys hook up with a man, or you decide to meet with a man or whatever, make sure you have boundaries, expectations. Goddess, after you get done with this live, can I gay a quick reading? I don't know what you're talking about, gay. You said, can I gay a quick reading? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you want to get a quick reading, you guys, I will do a reading for you right now. You could send it to my, send it to my, what you call it, what's that shit called again? Cash App or PayPal. It's on the link below. So if you guys want to do it, girl typo is hurting me. I could see. I could see. How much for a reading? Um, you know what? I'm gonna put it. Hey, just like I told you guys a few minutes ago, to have standards, I'm gonna have standards. $10 or more. That's it. Actually, no, 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 no. Stop, stop. Put the donations right here. Do it to the Cash App, not Cash App, to YouTube, because I don't have my laptop with me, so I can't see when the donations are coming in. So just do it right here on the chat. If you want to get a reading, do it right here. No, do it right here on the chat. Okay, $15 is good. Do it right here on the chat, because I don't have my laptop with me, because I ain't gonna be able to see when they come in. So just do it right here. If you want to get a reading, I could go right ahead and do a reading for you to get your questions answered. And I think this is a good time to have, especially if you guys are dealing with this type of situation right now, it is a good time to get a reading. Shut up. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. My bad. But as I was saying, when you guys hook up with a guy, make sure you have self-love. Put yourself first. Know your worth. Have boundaries for them and expectations for them. Of course, make it, realistic. Make it realistic and not, off the wall. Thank you. Thank you, Cozy. How does Eon and Gemini feel about Diamond after? Give me a minute. I'm going to do it. Let me finish doing this, and then I will do your readings, okay? I will do your reading. So make sure whatever you do, retype that question on the comments, and then once I'm done, I will tell you to go right ahead and post it, because I'll do your reading at the end. I'm going to do the readings at the end, okay? Cozy Black Girl, I'm going to make sure that you get first, just in case somebody else tries to jump in. So, what I'm going to say, make sure you have all of that. Your standards, expectations, boundaries. Make sure you always put your self-worth. Now make sure you know your self-worth. That's what I meant to say. Okay? Have self-love, and don't let nobody walk all over you. Okay? Because you are not nobody's doormat. And if you're going to submit to a man, what is he offering you? What is he offering you that you would be willing to, and if they want you to submit to them, what are they offering you for you to be submissive? Other than a cheap thrill. Okay, because they want you to submit to them, okay, but what are you offering me? What are you providing me? Are you giving me any resources? Do you have any resources? What are you offering me here? Because you want me to be submissive to you, but yet you're not offering me anything. If you're not offering me anything, I might as well be by myself. I could do way better by myself and not have to be with somebody here that's not offering me anything, but yet wants me to submit to them, right? That yet wants me to submit to them and is not offering me nothing other than a cheap thrill. I might as well be by myself. So for me to be submissive to you, what are you offering me? you know, because you guys have to you have to do, I mean, I'm just saying, you guys have a mind of your own. You guys are grown ass females, you know right from wrong. Okay? I'm just saying, do not worship no man. No man. Do not worship no man. The only man you need to worship is God or whoever you believe in. That's the only one that you need to worship, because that's the only one that will always love you no matter what, and he will always forgive you, and he will never leave you stranded. He will always come through for you right when it's right at the perfect time. He may not come through for you when you want it, but he will come through for you at the perfect time, because he knows the perfect time, and he will always come through for you. And when he blesses you in abundance. He gives you more than what you actually wanted. Okay? That's right. He gives you abundance. Yeah, he blesses you in abundance. You was thinking this big, but when he blesses you, he giving it to you like this. It's like, damn, I wasn't expecting all this and all this stuff, but what you was thinking was small potatoes. He's thinking a whole entire field of them. You know, 'cause that's what I'm saying. When he blesses you, and you get more than what you was expecting. Way more, because you get abundance. So that's why I'm saying, don't worship no man. If you don't worship anyone, worship God or whoever you believe in. Okay? So, like I said, I don't want to be talking to myself. I feel like I'm talking to myself. You guys need to chime in on this as well. Okay, cool. DP said, because bull don't get it. That's right. It sure don't, girl. It sure don't. I got a question. How many of you guys, well, not guys, ladies, because I'm pretty sure all you guys are, I got nothing but females in here right about now. I'm, I'm pretty sure the men that, if I had any men, they probably already left once they heard me talking. But when you're looking for a mate, what are you actually looking for? And what are your expectations? I mean, I don't need a whole entire book, but just you can like name some of them. I guess nobody wants to answer my question. Okay. You don't have to, I mean, it's not, you're not obligated to answer the question. You want to keep it quiet, you can. Looking for someone to give me love back in return that I give. That is true. That's what it is. I got a question. Actually, I want to ask you a question. Someone that's gonna walk beside me and not in front of me. That's right. That's right, girl. How many of you still believe in marriage? Because a lot of people these days, they don't believe in marriage anymore. They don't want to get married. They don't even want a ring. And that's one of the reasons why the baby count is very low, because the kids these days, they don't want to have kids. They don't want kids at all. Okay. So I'm gonna do your thing right now. I desire marriage, but sometimes I be thinking, is it really worth it? I'm there with you because I be thinking the same thing, girl. I be thinking the same thing. Is it really worth it? 'Cause I desire it too, but do I really want this? And then when you go, and then when I go on TikTok and I hear what they talking, how they bad mouthing females and everything, is like no. And then calling females this, females that, like I don't think so. It's like I don't know. That's like, do I really want to go through that? So you guys have anything else that you like to input on this topic? I think it was a great topic, to tell you the truth. It's a great topic because it's going around. It's gotten even more attention. Marriage only stands for what marriage stands for. Marriage only stands for, the meaning behind it is if you stand your ground and let them know what you want. Okay. Especially when I've been single for so long, marriage would be a big adjustment. It would be. I'm there with you guys because I've been single for a long time too. And you know what? One thing I want to mention about marriage is that, back in the days, way before we was born, I'm talking about 1800s, 1700s, back then, those days, when people got married, it was a business deal that they was doing. It wasn't more of, they wasn't getting married out of love. It was a contract. It was a business deal, like how much is she bringing? Because they would be like, what is it? How much is her diary? What is she bringing? It's basically like, what are you bringing to the table? It was a contract. It's out of what they could benefit out of it. Out of them marrying you, what do I gain out of this? Because it was all a contract. It had nothing to do with love. That's why a lot of females years ago, centuries ago, they was all, they wasn't happy at all in their marriages, but they stood in their marriage, because it was a signed contract. They supposed to gain this and this and that, but was they happy and in love? No, they was not. I mean, they was there, but was they really like in love? No. I think nowadays people aren't getting married for love. No, they're not. I don't think so neither. I don't think they're getting married for love. I think if they're getting married, is that because that's basically the last thing that they need to do. Maybe they already got a whole bunch of kids together. They have a child that's on the way, and now they're getting married. I think people getting married nowadays just so they can say that they married. That is one of the reasons too. There are some people out there, mainly females, that will get married just to say that they are married and just to say that they got a ring on their finger. So even though that relationship sucks big time, and they've been constantly fighting, arguing on, and this is like they don't get along. It's like there's no respect, but yet they turn around and marry the man. And I feel that they're just getting married just to say that they're married, that they're married to the person, and they got a ring on the finger, and that's all. I feel that that's what it is. In some cases, that's the situation right there, because when you look at that's going back in the days, I know. But back in the days, the difference is, Diane, back in the days, they had money. Okay, because remember, they used to marry you off to the kings and queens. They used to marry you off to a lord or whoever, marry you off to a second cousin, to a distant second cousin, or to an uncle and everything. That's how they kept the money in the family. That's how they kept the money in the family too. Because they was marrying you guys off, not you guys, they was marrying them off to, family members, distant cousins that's out in Scotland and everything. That's how they kept the money in the family. But it was always what what are they bringing to the table? Well, he owns this land, he has this and this and that. Oh, and she has a diary of this much, and she possesses this much, this much, this much. And her father is also the king, and he has this and this and this and that. And this would be a great ally for you, and all that stuff. Everything, everything was a contract. And the woman didn't have no say so in it. Women had no say so. You need to marry him because I say so. And then they kind of got lenient with it as time went on. Whereas basically they were still pushing the females onto men, to the ones that were best profit, best, the one that was the best offer. But the females, they still needed to have a diary. They still needed, I think a diary is a bank account. They still needed to have that. And it had to be a good amount. Because if it wasn't a good amount, they're not going to marry them. They wouldn't marry them. But they were still doing it. Oh, one thing I forgot, that I completely forgot. I'm glad we started talking about that. Is that one of the things that I noticed about the passport bros was that they be talking about that they're gonna go to Thailand, Philippines, and Dominican Republic. And the reason why they're going there is because they don't have to compete with other men. That's one of the reasons. They don't have to compete with other men, because you don't hear them talking about that they're going to go to London, Paris, France. You don't hear them talking about that they're going to go about that, right? You don't hear them talking about that. You want to know why? Because if they was to go to London, they have to compete with other men, and they need to bring something to the table. So they're a couple of $100 that they're going to Thailand and the Philippines, going out and buying them a stove and a couch. that ain't gonna do nothing for them in London, because they go out to the Philippines and buy the girl a stove and a couch, and they good. They good. I just bought her a couch and a stove. Okay, we're good. But you can't go to London and think that you're going to buy a female a stove and a couch and you're good. No, because they have to compete with other men. That's why, because they're competing with other men, and they have to bring something to the table, and their little few $100s that they got in their pocket ain't gonna do much for them out there. Maybe out there in Thailand, on the Philippines, it might do a lot, because the dollar goes further out there in Thailand and the Philippines. It goes further, but I'm just saying. But that's the reason. That's why they're going to those third world countries, because they don't have to compete with the men. Passport bros are literally don't even be putting in any effort, lazy and ego filled. Girl, yes, girl. Cozy black girl, you all right? And girl, let me tell you, you kind of late, because that's the reason why I started this video, was so we could talk about these passport bros and the ones that be on TikTok bad mouthing females and everything, talking bad about the black females. Girl, I had a whole entire conversation about these dudes talking all that trash and everything, how they be lying. Girl, that makes my blood boil, because it's nothing but a lie, and they know it. It's lies. But like I was saying, like I also said, it's not just black guys, they're Hispanic men as well. It's just not black guys, they're Hispanic men that do the same thing. And I could vouch for it, because my daughter's father, he's Puerto Rican. And you don't see him nowhere in this house or in my videos at all. Right? Right. Okay? So, yes, girl. Then passport bros, and I don't, Diane and DP, I know you remember. Remember, what's his name? Mr. G? Do you remember? Who was with me? Remember, we only get subject to the intertwine when what to say if we answered entertain or entertain. That is true. That is true. That is true. Very much true. That's why last year when I first started hearing about it on TikTok, I really wasn't paying that much attention to it. But then now it's like, oh my gosh. And then when you hear the stuff that they're saying is like putting down a black female, knocking her off her ego, telling her that she's fat and everything, and that will probably get her to, get her off a high pedestal, the ego, like by them degrading a female and everything. It's like, no. No, that was like for them to humble a female, to humble a black female. Basically, their way was to degrading her by telling her she was too fat, she wasn't all that pretty, and talking about her friend is prettier and all that stuff. Okay, so you're degrading her. And they were talking about you gotta do things like that to get them off their high horse and everything, and out of there, and so they won't have that ego going. I'm like, that's messed up. I don't like listening to that stuff, and the way they be lying, it's sad. Okay. She said somebody's going to tie their butts up. True that. Cozy Black Girl, what's your question? Let me do Cozy's Black Girl. Cozy Girl. Let me do Cozy's Girl's question. But I'm gonna have to get off of here soon, because I have to go pick up my daughter pretty soon in school. I'm gonna have to go pick her up pretty soon in school. If you guys want to get like a quick reading, whatever, you could like donate it right here to the channel, and I'll do the reading right now. Cozy Girl, what was your question? How does Ion, the Gemini, I'm Gemini, not Gemini. Gemini feels towards me, demon, after I pulled back. Oh, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Diamond in the sky. Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Diamond in the sky. Diamond. Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? I know you just spell it different. Shine bright like a diamond. That's my favorite song. Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? If anybody else want to get a reading, you have to make the donation now, because like I said, I'm gonna have to end this video pretty soon, because I have to go pick up my daughter at school. Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? For the ones that are coming in, basically I'm doing a reading because some people want to get a reading as well. So I'm doing it a little reading because it's still within the gender war. Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Please tell me, how does Ion feel about Diamond? Well, he sure as hell wasn't expecting this. I could tell you this much. I got the Tower. Definitely wasn't expecting it. And then I got the Ace of Cups here. I got the Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is basically saying you doing your own thing. You having self-love for yourself. There was competition here It wasn't just you. At the bottom, I have the lovers here. So it wasn't just you in this picture. You gave up on this connection because you was fighting for it and you wanted to invest, but you just gave up on it. Looks like you're not giving him any second chances at all. I've been in no contact for real this time since. Yeah, I know you're not giving any second chances. The judgment is in reverse. You're not giving any second chances, and you fought for this. You fought for it. You wanted to invest, but this time around, you're not giving him any second chances. The truth came out here. There was something that you found out, and something came out here where you found out about it. You lost faith in this connection. He already missed his opportunity with you. But there's someone that's coming in. You got this Knight of Cups that's coming in. So you got somebody that's new that's coming in. Please tell me about the Ace of Cups. Please tell me about the Ace of Cups. Please tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Please tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Please tell me more. You got somebody new, girl. Please give me more information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me more information on the Ace of Cups. Didn't I just show you this the Knight of Cups? Here, the Knight of Cups is coming out. Look at that. A new world. The world here. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. I think it's him, though. Diamond, I think it's him. I think this is him. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. No. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. Please give me information on the Ace of Cups. He lied to you, Diamond. He was lying to you the whole entire time. And you have nothing but a lot of bad memories from him from the past. But look, I have the King of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Swords upright. He was lying, self-sabotaging this connection. He was not being honest with you. He's emotionally detached. He's emotionally detached. He could be doing stuff out of spite, but he was not being honest with you on how he truly felt. Now, with this Knight of Cups and the World and the High Priestess in reverse, this could be you talking to somebody new. I feel this is somebody new here with the World and this Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is always somebody new. That's somebody that goes out there and they're looking with the World. This is a whole entire new beginning, and this is somebody that you're talking to, because Ion, he kept lying to you. He wasn't being happy. He most definitely wasn't being honest. No, he wasn't. He lied to you. He lied to you about how he truly felt about you. That's for sure. He lied to you about that, how he truly felt. He wasn't being honest, and he was being indecisive as well when it came to how he felt about you and being in a committed relationship with you at all. But it looks like you made a decision already, because look, the Seven of Cups in reverse with a Nine of Pentacles, that's you right here. You're making a choice to be single. Yeah, you're making a choice to be single. You're going to remain single and basically until the right one comes around. And then look, the Hermit is in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. This is basically you. You'll remain single until you find a person that wants to offer you what you want. Wants the same thing as you, because this is you, the Hermit in reverse. That's you putting yourself out there again and, talking to people. And when you start putting yourself out there again, you're going to find the Ten of Pentacles that's going to come in. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. By the Five of Wands here. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me more information on the Five of Wands. Please give me information. Okay, so whoever you was dealing with, this person lacked confidence, big time. Cause look, The strength card is in reverse. They lack confidence. They wasn't feeling, the Four of Pentacles, this person was very closed off at all. And temperance is in, I mean, not temperance. Yeah, the empress, she's in reverse. So there's not gonna be any expansion or growth for this person at all, because he lacks confidence and he's very closed off. He doesn't know how to open up to you emotionally. It's like it's like, there's constantly conflict. I feel that this could be inner conflict or mental conflict, not so much you, but there's not going to be an expansion here between the both of you guys. With the empress coming out in reverse, there's not going to be an expansion. Then I have justice coming out, meaning justice is on your side, because things are going to go in, because justice is going to be on your side. That's the reason why you have the world and the king of cups coming out. Not the king, the knight of cups coming out, because things are not going to turn around in your favor. You now have the opportunity, because with this person, he had inner conflict going on. He wasn't opening up to you emotionally. He only told you what you wanted to know, and that's because he was lacking confidence. Confidence is the key word here, something that he did not have. I got my eyes open on someone else. I want to talk to this girl that saw at school but don't know. Yeah. Would this be the end between Ty and myself, or will he come forward? Hold on a second. Let me finish this one right here. Please tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Please tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Please give me more information on the Queen of Pentacles. Please more information on the Queen of Pentacles. Please more information on the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You talking to somebody else, girl. He's going to want to come out, but you have him blocked, right? Then you block him. Look, the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. The Page of Pentacles is here. And the Eight of Wands is in reverse. He's been trying to get a hold of you, but you have him blocked, right? Because you're not worrying about him anymore. You're moving on. You're done with his mind games, the mixed signals. You're done with all of that stuff, and you're moving on here. You don't believe anymore in the being in a committed. You did block him, right? And you deactivated your Instagram, yeah. It's coming out right here. You're not interested in being in a relationship with him. Right about now, you're not interested. You're not cooperating with him. You're not trying to hear anything he got to say. You could care less at all. You want a commitment, and he had you either in a three-party situation or he broke your heart. But you don't want nothing to do with him. You don't want to hear shit he got to say. You really don't. You really don't. Either way, it's fine, because you got somebody else that's coming in soon. You got somebody else new that's coming in. So you good. Either way, you good. Yeah, post your question again. And thank you for your donation. You're welcome, boo. I can't see her question. Okay. Will it be the end between Ty and myself, or will he come forward for us to have a relationship? Ty. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya. I got it. Ty and Yaya reconcile and get into a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile with the end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile and end up in a relationship. And Yaya end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya end up together, reconcile, end up in a relationship. That's too many cards. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile, end up in a relationship. Please tell me what Ty and Yaya reconcile, end up in a relationship. Please tell me Ty and Yaya reconcile, end up in a relationship. He's focused on his career. You hear? He's not doing anything. Look at this. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. He's not doing anything. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then I got the Wheel of Fortune coming in. And then I got the Knight of Wands as well. So things are going to turn around. And at the bottom I have the Ace of Cups here. So there's new love that's coming towards you. Because he's not doing anything. He's not making any effort. I want to know if this King of Pentacles, is it that he's just broke or he's a workaholic. Please give me information on the King of Pentacles. Please give me information on the King of Pentacles. Please give me information on the King of Pentacles. Give me information on the King of Pentacles. Okay, we're talking about you guys are not done. He's not done with you because you walked away, the Eight of Cups. Look at that. And you're getting over him with a Five of Pentacles. Well, I mean, with a Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom here, you're getting over him. And look at this. This is you praying, meditating, self-reflecting, doing some soul searching. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new opportunity that's coming towards you, a stable one. This is stability. So you have a new opportunity because you're already getting over him. You're going to end up getting over him, and justice is going to be on your side. See? The five of Cups in reverse with justice. And you're going to have, it looks like here, it's like there's so many things here to consider. There was like so much going on here with the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups in reverse, and you wasn't emotionally fulfilled. It's like your options are no good. Better get, that's basically what it's saying. Your options are no good because you got the Seven of Cups upright with a Nine of Cups in reverse. You have a whole bunch of options, but none of them emotionally fulfill you at all. And there's going to be a Tower moment here where there's going to be communication between you and someone else. And whoever this person is, they're going to confess to you that they want to be in a relationship. They want to come back to you. That's him. He's going to confess and he's going to want to come back to you. Talking about he's going to want to be in a relationship. But you're going to see this just as a burden because you're going to realize that this person, he's just lying to you. He's not being honest with you at all, and plus you already gave up on this. Let's find out more about the wheel. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Please give me information on the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I got the Hangman here, upright. The decision's been made. The Chariot's in reverse. This is really not going to go anywhere with this person. And it looks like here, because he had you, he broke your heart. He ended up breaking your heart with the Three of Swords here. He ended up breaking your heart, and with the Two of Cups in reverse, that's both of you guys having a falling out. You walked away from him, but it hurt you a lot to walk away because you guys actually did fall in love, and he's going to want to talk to you. With the Page of Swords, he's going to want to talk to you and see you. And you're single. You're fine being single. You don't have an issue being single at all. But he's going to want to talk to you because you walking away from him actually hurt you a lot. But you have an opportunity that's coming in. There's a new opportunity here. And he's rushing to come see you to talk to you. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. That's too many cards. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Okay. Well, the Knight of Wands, whoever it is, somebody here is taking a risk. The Six of Swords, this is you leaving all that negative energy behind. You know, rushing towards something new. You focusing on your money, job, and career. This is you being very focused on your money, job, and career. Because with the Empress here, this is how you coming out. And you have a haunting new beginning. There's going to be a new beginning here for you. And you're taking that risk. You're moving on. You're not scared. You have people flirting with you. With a Page of Wands, because that's, you could be talking to somebody there that's coming across as a page that's flirting with you. So good news. So you have a new beginning. You're moving on, and you're not scared at all. You're just focusing on your finances. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Please give me information on the Knight of Wands. Okay. Yeah. There goes Justice. Justice is on your side. And this is what I got, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Tower is in reverse as well. You know what you're avoiding? You're avoiding people that don't know what they want. That's what you're avoiding. People that have to be juggling. Okay? You're avoiding people that don't know what the hell they want. Please give me information on the Tower. Please give me information on the Tower. Please give me information on the Tower. Why is this Tower here? Didn't I just say that? The Seven of Cups just flew out. This is what the type of people that you're avoiding. People that don't know what they want. People that is juggling you and somebody else. That's what you're trying to avoid here. Look, the Four of Cups in reverse. You're not trying to deal with this person. The opportunity has already been missed. That's the opportunity has already been missed. And the Two of Wands. Taking on a new path because you're ready for something new, bigger, and better. Look at the Knight of Cups at the bottom. You're avoiding people like that. You're avoiding dealing with any type of person that doesn't know what they want. Some person, you know, being somebody's side piece and side chick. You're avoiding all of that. You're avoiding all of that stuff. You know, avoiding people that, you know exactly what you're avoiding for, because I called it before the card even came out. That's what you're avoiding. People that don't know what they want and juggling you and somebody else. You ain't got time for that, nor you're going to make time for it. You're moving on. You're focusing on your money, your job, and career. You are single. You're happy. You're on top of your game. You're a boss. You got your head on straight. You got opportunity. It could be in your finances because you got the Ace of Pentacles, and being that you're focused on your Eight of Pentacles, that could be you getting promotions, getting a new job, uh, finding a job that pays better money, leaving one job to go to another one that pays you more money, because you have opportunities here and you're taking that risk. You're taking it and you're not dealing with this person anymore at all. You're not going to deal with them. Justice is on your side. You're good to go. You're fine. You're fine. Okay? You have the wheel and the world came out in your spread. And the Empress. And all three cards represents, and the Ace of Pentacles. And all four cards represents new beginnings. So you're good. Okay? So, oh, thank you. Thank you. Getting over it and pain, yep. Do some meditation, pray and meditate. It works. It works, girl. It does work. What time is it? 4:24. I gotta go pick up Denise in school. I gotta leave the house pretty soon to go pick her up. So, thank you for your donations and likes as well. So, I'm going to go right ahead and end this video now because I got to leave like in a few minutes to go pick up my daughter at school. So, I will let you guys go. I will come back on later today when I come back home. It's not going to be when I come back home because when I come back home, I got to cook dinner. So, that's out. It's going to be, I wanted to do reading. Well, I am going to do a reading, but I wanted to do it earlier. But instead, I decided to do this chat. But it'll be later tonight. I'm going to come back on and I'm going to post Aries reading. It'll be around 7 o'clock, somewhere around there. But it's going to be later on because I have to cook dinner too. So I'm going to post Aries and I'll do Virgos as well. Okay? I will see you guys later. Bye. Love you. Take care. And stay cool. Bye.